Hello ladies, day 27 of the 31-day nail art challenge, and this time I've been inspired by artwork. To me, the king of artwork is Bob Ross. Some of you may not know him. You should look him up on YouTube. There are not many videos, but a few. Anyways, I've been debating with Anita Loves Nails if I could fit this design onto one nail. I thought I couldn't. In the end, I did. Yeah. And I know this video is much longer than any video I've ever made before, but after all, I'm painting a freaking landscape onto my nail, and as you will notice if you keep on watching that the design is developing while I'm painting it. If you don't want to watch a 30-minute video, I would really appreciate it if you would give me a thumb up anyways. Okay, if you want to know how to do this design, then just keep on watching. Okay, so before we start, I'm gonna run you through the colors you need. You can try this with nail polish, of course. Good luck, all I'm saying. And you're going to need dark green, then brown, or if you don't have brown, just use black, it's just as good. Then you need yellow, orange, or red. My orange looks red, my red looks orange, it's just the same difference. Then you need white, and dark and light blue. You need to water down your colors really well, that they are really thin, because you're going to work with a very dry brush most of the time. So, talking about brushes, I just used this to apply 2 very thin coats of white acrylic paint to my nails already, just to have a base. You're not going for opacity, just to have a base. And for the rest of the design, you're going to need flat brush. Then I'm also not going to paint this on my dominant hand, because it's just going to be impossible. Not like I couldn't do it, but this is going to take forever. This is probably going to be the longest tutorial I'm ever going to make. We'll see. I try to speed up as much as I can. So, my background is dry, and I think I mentioned all the things you need. Okay, you need water and a tissue just to wipe off your brush, and that's it. Okay, let's get started. Okay, to start off, I'm just going to use this brush again. I'm just going to wet it a little bit. Then I'm taking white acrylic paint again and just apply another thin wet coat onto my nail. And then I'm going to use this brush and I'm going to dip it into the light blue, just a tiny bit, and then I'm going to work it onto the nail, and you see that it's very thin. I mean, the paint is very thin, and I'm just gonna wipe it across like this. Just in zigzags, or whatever motion you want to call this. I'm really trying my best to stay in frame, but I'm sitting here, the camera is in front of me, and I'm painting upside down. Okay, and I'm gonna do that to all my nails, and then I'll be back. Okay, here in this area I have mixed really the tiniest little amount of orange with some white, and this is what I'm going to use for some clouds. And I'm just gonna try to find a spot for them, and just with one side of the brush I'm going to draw them in like this. And I'm gonna bring it over to the other nail. Just a little bit. Maybe another one over here. Maybe this is going to be covered later. I don't know yet. Okay, now clean your brush. Excuse me. and just try to blend it a little bit. Okay. So it's there, but it's not. I hope that made sense. Okay. Next, you're going to take the dark green. And I'm just really applying a very tiny bit onto the tip of my brush. And I'm gonna draw some hills in the background. And you're like Bob Ross always doing from the very back of your landscape, we're going to work to the front. And I'm trying to do the same. Okay, here I'm going to start with my hill. I'm just going to do it like this. And I'm just dabbing it on. Dabbing, dabbing, dabbing. And if I'm running out of paint, I'm just grabbing a little bit more. And I keep dabbing. Need more paint, and I'm bringing it over to this nail about here. Maybe another hill. More paint, and I'm gonna let it finish and get smaller about here. Then I think I'm going to use a little bit of brown, since this is in the background and should be a little bit darker. You see? And the good things about this is you don't really need the very mad painting skills, because it's just picking some color and just dabbing it. Okay, so this is how it looks so far. Then I think I'm gonna use the dark blue and just, where am I here? Just gonna use that create some water. And of course the hills are going to show in the water. I'm just going to take a little bit more green paint and this sort of heart. I'm just trying to blend this into the water. But this is not finished yet. Okay, same thing. Again, whenever you clean your brush from one color, just dry it really, really well. Just gonna apply my water here. then again using the green, just trying to hello there, just trying to bring it down a little bit into the water. Okay, then it looks like this. What next? Trying to remember what I did on my practice nail yesterday. I'm gonna take the brown again and just excuse me, just trying to create some land about here. And again blending it into the water like this. Okay, so it gives more effect of shadow there, or maybe I don't know what you call this plants. It's not flax, but can be used like flax. I don't know. Should have looked that up earlier. Never mind. Okay. There we go. Okay, now the green again, and I'm trying to close the water now, like at the just see what I'm doing. I need to stop explaining because I'm confusing myself. And if your green is too dark, just add a little bit yellow to it. But don't use white, because then it's going to look pastel, and this is not what we're looking for. Maybe add a little bit more green here and there. Okay. And then last piece of grass over here. Okay, so I'm gonna take a break now, and then I'll be back. Okay, so now I'm back, and I'm dipping my brush into a very tiny bit of yellow, and I even take most of it off again. I'm just going over the grass a little bit more, just to lighten it up a little bit more. like this. Now, I'm sorry for cleaning my throat so often today. Anyways, no Bob Ross picture without a happy little tree. So we're going to take the dark green. Flatten my brush. Okay, the dark green. Again, just a little bit of color. And we're starting with the tip of our brush, just like this. And then we just keep patting, patting, patting. Really light, you see? And then with brown, we're just going to get over it again. And we're just going to work in layers. Always patting like this. Brown again. See? Now with yellow. Sorry. We're just going to go at the outside of the tree, so that the tree looks like it has been kissed by the sun. Quote, quote. Some green again. Okay, now I think my tree is a little bit too big. Just trying to add a little bit more grass here. And I hope it works. Yep. Just a tiny bit more grass. And now with a very little bit of brown going inside, just giving the illusion of a stem. Like this. You see? Okay, now about the grass. Using a little bit of the red, just going in like this to have some flowers going on. That's a lot of flowers, right? Oops, less flowers. I think. I think I'm going to work a little bit more on the water. Should I leave it like this? I don't know. I'm afraid if I'm going to add more, then I'm going to destroy it. If I leave it like this, it's too less. Let me go in with brown. Just for the sake. Yeah. And some green. These are, I don't know, some sad trees. And some a little bit more green. Trees. Woohoo. And to add a little bit of yellow to it. A little bit more. That was too much. That's better. Taking the brown and I don't know, maybe a little bit more brown. Okay, even more brown. What's wrong with my brown?
trying to create a path. Some yellow. Okay. I think I'm gonna leave it like this before I'm going to ruin it. Okay, now you have two options on my practice finger, and to me this practice finger looks just much better than what I have here. I use a matte top coat. I'm going to give you the two options. I'm going to let this path here now dry, and then I'm going to apply a shiny top coat, and after that I'm going to apply a matte top coat, and you're just going to judge by yourself. So I'll be back. Okay, so here it is with a shiny top coat. It looks good, but I don't know. It's up to you. Okay, and now I'm gonna show you with a matte top coat. Okay, so here it is again with a matte top coat. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think it looks much better. Much more like a painting, you know? Okay, I hope you like this design. I'm gonna see you again on Monday with being inspired by a flag. Until then, have a great weekend. Bye bye.